Okay, so here we go. So these are the presses for our plexiglass dry point etchings. I've tried to label everything as much as possible so that you guys can remember what things are supposed to be. So here's a press, and this is how it works. We've got the press bed. Okay, this metal part is the press bed. And then you're going to, the next thing is the protection paper. So underneath here, I've nicely cut some protection paper for you. That's just so we don't get the press bed dirty. I need to pull this all the way out. Okay, so there's our protection paper. If you're a little particular, you could tape that down. So then the next thing is the plate. Just let me stick my plate out here. Nope, next thing's the plate. So once I ink the plate, then I'm gonna put the plate here. And then the next thing is plate, your print paper, okay? So I'm gonna put my print paper there. And then the next thing is another protection paper, because we want to avoid, see how these have gotten all dirty? We want to avoid getting ink on them. So we put another piece of protection paper here. You just have to make sure that you put it down, you don't slide any of this paper down here, okay? Then we're gonna go the white cloth, white felt. Again, try not to slide this. I don't want to do this, right? But I do want to make sure everything's lined up.
And this can go over the bottom.
Just like right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we have one more here. Okay, so now you're gonna wanna do a test run, kind of like I'm doing right now, because you guys are using different types of paper, you're gonna have to learn how to adjust for your paper. You might be printing on cardboard. The press is gonna have to be adjusted much different for cardboard. Okay? So there's a lot of trial and error. I would definitely have your artist journal by you so that you can say, okay, I set it on this, it wasn't enough, it was too much, all those kind of adjustments. But when you adjust it, what I like to do is get to where I know my plate is, and then put this down. I'm gonna start at 10. You have to do both sides, okay? So I'm going down to 10, and then I'm just gonna kind of feel, does that feel hard enough? I don't think so. I'm gonna go down, oh my gosh, a little bit more. So we can go tell those girls to be quiet, please. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that feels pretty tight, like there's quite a bit of pressure there. Girls, I need you guys to be quiet. I'm filming. Okay, ask again.
How do you know how tight it's supposed to feel?
There should be some tension when you're over your plate, and really trial and error. Like, I'm gonna do this first one, I'm gonna make note that I'm on 10. If it's not enough, I'm gonna make note that the next one, okay? So there's a lot of practicing and refining involved, which is all great things. Okay, so now that I have my press set, I'm gonna roll these out. Take this. Now, in order for the ink to soak into the paper, we have to soak the paper, okay? So we need to make sure this stays really clean, no water. I also have a towel on each side so that I'm gonna dip this, and the soaking of the paper is different too. If you're using newsprint, maybe you don't want to soak it at all. Maybe you want to spritz it with a water bottle. If you're using, do you guys see what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to soak it for 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 20 seconds. Look at me, it's like, oh gosh, this is intense. For this just normal drawing paper, I'm just gonna toss it in here for a couple seconds. I'm gonna put it on my towel and just kind of wrap it and let it sit there for a second while I do everything else. Okay, so we also have scrap paper. I'm calling it inking paper. This is the paper that we're gonna lay underneath here like a little placemat so we don't get this station dirty, okay? We wanna try to keep as much as possible the ink off our hands, the ink off anything else because you don't want ink to get on your print where you don't want it. We have these little cardboard pieces. See the corrugation of the inside lines, right? Okay. You want to have the lines, corrugated lines going up and down so that this doesn't bend. If I do it this way, get that? Okay. So there you go. Just for demo's sake, I'm gonna move this so that you guys can all see. Underneath the table, I have paper towels and a trash can. You would not normally move that. I'm gonna grab some paper towels. And I'm going to just kind of make some paper towel balls. Again, you might say, well, how many paper towel balls do I need? You're gonna find out once you start practicing, okay? I'm gonna start with 5 here, and I will probably need more. Okay, so for this print, of course you wanna make sure that your scratch side, edge side is up. I'm gonna lay this here. I'm actually gonna flip this. And think about the color of your paper. If I have black paper, I probably don't want to do yellow on it, but white might be good. Whatever. So think about what colors you're working on. I can pretty much do whatever because I'm doing it on white. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some ink, not a lot, but enough. Ink's really thick, so I'm gonna squeeze that out. Again, you wanna keep this area clean, so put this back. Now I'm gonna take my cardboard and make sure that it's gonna bend, and I'm going to start pressing this ink into those cracks. Ideally, you don't wanna get the ink anyplace else. So however you have to do that. Okay, so I can use this ink some more. So I'm just gonna set this here. I have some ink on my hands. I don't want it on my hands, so I gotta get it off. I'm gonna take another one of these and I'm gonna try to get as much of this ink as I can off. The more you can get off with this cardboard, the easier the next step will be, okay? Trash can is right there, so you can get rid of it quick. Check your hands, make sure you're clean, okay? Then you take your paper towels and you have to rub this off. You don't want any ink on the smooth parts, okay? So you can see I'm just kind of rubbing it off just normal. I'm nervous that I got ink right here, so I'm gonna lift this up, wipe that ink off the sides, because that will go on my print. I'm even gonna get another inking paper. Go for my paper towel again. See how I have this pink stuff here? Okay, I wanna get rid of all that. And working in a circular motion is helpful. Okay, got it? Okay, so now let's go back over here. So I have a protection paper. Again, make sure my hands are clean. I don't advise getting this ink on your clothes. I don't want any like standing water. Like I don't want this paper to be shiny. So I just kind of squeezed out the water a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna place this over here. I'm not really particular how I place it. If you were in a professional printing place, they would be, but I figure I can just cut the paper where it needs to be. Another protection paper, the white felt, the gray felt, and then it through. Now I can tell if there's more tension because I'm by my boat, and I'm nervous. That's not enough tension. So before I even take it apart, oh my gosh, I'm going to put a little bit more tension on it and run it one more time. And again, this comes from practice and experience. So can you see, like, you can definitely tell it's harder to run through. And that's going to vary for any type of piece of paper you do. Okay. So there we go. Pull this back. Pull this back. If these don't get dirty, you can reuse this for your next thing. And then what is this called when I take this piece of paper off? Does anybody remember that from slideshow? Pulling a print. So if I say, how many prints did you pull today? That's what I mean. So I'm going to take it from one side, pull it up, and check out my print. So then I'm going to assess my print. So it looks like, I mean, for the first time, it wasn't too bad. It looks like I had a little bit of standing water here on the paper, so I got a little fuzzy, okay? But not too bad for the first one. Then you're going to take these out to the hallway, to the drying rack. Lift the drying rack up, start at the bottom-ish, and you can dry them on the drying rack, okay? Any questions about this one? It's going to take doing, okay? Yes, Lexi?
Is there a, like, too much tension? Like, is that just...
If there's
What
too much
happens?
tension, you won't be able to muscle it through.
Okay.
Yep, so don't worry about that. I will also say if you're going to get really particular, which is fine, you can mix inks. So you could take a printing plate, and let's say you wanted a pink. You could mix some pink here and then grab it off of here and put it on there. Okay? Okay, let's stop with that video and we'll go on to the next one.